I think we kind of explore all the I mean, not all the aspects. Like, there's a lot of it.
We're
but
in a we're fully like, I think
we're
go through a
booed
whole relationship.
up.
Yeah, there's a full cycle.
You know?
Full cycle of the relationship.
Okay.
Well, hello, I'm Russ Milheim from The Direct. Thank you guys for talking to me about the show.
Hello.
I very quickly fell in love with season 1 of the show when it first aired, and I'm still very much on board. I absolutely love season 2, watched all 8 so far. So, my first question, I'm going to start with you, Jazz. Just Marie is kind of positioned in this season as the chosen one, a notion that she despises. Mm-hmm. Can you talk about why she hates that idea and how her being in that position kind of changes her character as the season progresses?
Yeah, I think that, Marie has spent so much time alone and has had such an othered experience, like growing up in Red River and everything. And I think coming to Godolphin and like falling in love with Jordan and becoming friends with Emma, like it makes her feel like a normal person and a normal kid for the first time ever. And that's really important to her. So the more that people are telling her you're different, it makes her feel othered, and that kind of freaks her out.
London and Derek, you guys obviously had the pleasure of portraying the same character in Jordan. I was wondering, between the both of you, how do you balance keeping everything consistent while also making sure to add your own like unique quirks when Jordan is in your respective genders?
I think, honestly, not overcomplicating it is the key to it. Mm-hmm. We are very lucky that we have similar mentality and also are just good friends, so it was easy to, that part's already there. And then I think just not trying hard to change who we are is what makes the character so interesting, because people have different sides of themselves, and you want to see those different facets. And if we just decided to be exactly the same, it wouldn't be as interesting.
Yeah.
And then I just think I'm a different person, London's a different person, so naturally whatever we bring to the scene, to the character, to the circumstances is going to be slightly different, and that's what adds that like nuance and dynamic to Jordan. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
For all three of you, this season really dives deep into kind of the messed up mindsets and patterns that your characters can get into when they're using their various power sets. For each of you, can you talk about how that relates to your character in season 2 and just getting to dive deeper into that as season 2, progresses?
The messed up mindsets?
Yeah, so like for Marie, like cutting herself, right? And just like getting into that. This season really explores some of the toxic elements of those mindsets.
And I thought the way that they did that was really cool, because, like the scene in season 1 with Marie and Emma where, I'm like, I don't have a problem, you have a problem, right? Yeah. So there's an element of real self-denial in all of our fucked up bits in season 1, to the point where you could watch the whole season 1 and think, well, maybe it's not an eating disorder or whatever. And I think that like having us all like be a little bit more honest about those things about us that are hurting beyond our superpower was a really cool thing that we did in season 2.
Yeah.
I know it's not so like obvious with Jordan that like what that toxic kind of mindset is, but would you say that there is something like something they fall into when they use their powers?
Yeah, I was thinking about that when you were asking. I was kind of thinking, is there like an actual physical harm or something, and I think it's more of a place of like insecurity and choosing when to switch as a crutch. Like I feel more comfortable in this form in this certain situation around these people because this gives me this sort of comfort, or I feel more comfortable in my male form because I feel like there's a threat somewhere, so I need to be physically imposing. But I think this season there's a like a nice cross of that, where there's like that beautiful scene with Jazz in London where female Jordan asks like me like this, and that's a vulnerable moment where in the first season that was male, we switched to male Jordan for that. And so it's just like it's a nice like
it's more of a response than an action.
Exactly.
For all of you, obviously this season is going to explore that romance more. Can you guys tease how season 2 is going to take that to another level and explore new aspects of what that might mean for both of your characters?
I think we kind of explore all the I mean, not all the aspects. Like, there's a lot of it.
We're
but
in a we're fully like, I think
Yeah,
we
we're
go through a
booed
whole relationship.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a full cycle.
know?
Full cycle of the relationship.
Okay.
There's the dynamics. They're much more. It's much less like the flirty love and more the commitment and like
Yeah.
partnering with someone,
Yes.
which is exciting and scary.
Yes.
Especially with young love, it's all very interesting.
And always clumsy, kind of.
So clumsy.
Which I love
You
watching
did
it
that
be
so
so
good. Your little clumsiness.
Yes, Marie does get to be awkward.
You guys also, the trailer reveals this. You guys get to have a big fight. You
Yeah.
know, in a ring. What was that
Yeah.
like, being able to do that?
It was like the coolest thing
Yeah, that
ever.
was
Like, that's one of the
amazing.
things from season 2 that really pokes out in my brain. It just was so gratifying. It just, the whole thing felt so big in scale. There were so many people in the room and everybody was yelling, and the circumstances and the story were so high. Like, we're, you know, we're there against our will, and we love each other, and you know, and then London and Derek are both so great and both brought so much to it. All of that was just such a joy for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun. That was one of the best scenes I think we've ever done. Is just that whole week of shooting was so
was awesome.
exciting.
It was
Yeah.
so cool.